Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel where today we are going through my week 14 NFL power rankings as a holiday weekend led to some very interesting football results with some teams proving themselves to be contenders and other teams we thought were contenders are actually pretenders. So let's go ahead and get started with our 6 tiers as usual. We got Super Bowl, Division, Wild Card, Meh, Bad, and Booty. Let's go ahead and get started with the Arizona Cardinals, who stand bad. It was a hard-fought game against the Buccaneers, lost by a field goal. So, again, back to the old Cardinals where they're able to stay in games, but are not able to finish them at all. And so, this is a really lost season for Arizona. You got to wonder if they're going to transition off of the Kyler Murray era this offseason. Jonathan Gannon's probably going to get fired this year as well. So just not a very good look for the Cardinals. Next up, Atlanta. I'm dropping you down to Booty because you lost to the Jets. If you're hovering between bad and Booty and you lose to the Jets, you get dropped down into the Booty tier. And that's what you are. You're just not a good team right now. The offense is all out of sorts. You don't even have your first round draft pick this year to take advantage of, because you traded it away to the Rams of all teams to jump back in and take another edge rusher. So yeah, Falcons down there in Booty because you are pretty much Booty. Next up is the Ravens, who I'm dropping down quite a bit. I'm putting them in meh. They're 6-6. They're currently second place in their division, and they got schooled by the Bengals defense. You heard that right. They got schooled by the Bengals defense. Lamar Jackson had his worst game of his career. There's like 4 turnovers in the game by him. The special teams did not help at all. Defense got torn apart by Joe Burrow. So yeah, Baltimore, very much concerning here for you, Pittsburgh, and all the other AFC North teams. Spoiler alert, they're all going to be in meh besides Cleveland, because what the heck is this division even? So yeah, Baltimore and meh. Next up is Buffalo, who, after a rough first half, just dominate Pittsburgh. Just tore Pittsburgh's hopes and dreams apart with the run game. James Cook ran all over you guys. Defense had a fumble return touchdown for Buffalo there. So, yeah, very good performance there from Buffalo. Be interesting to see how they do the rest of the year, as the division is out of reach right now because New England is playing out of their minds. And so, yeah, in there for division. Next up is Carolina. Going to put a wild card. I mean, this is the most flippity-floppity, what the heck is this team of all time? Because after struggling the past couple of weeks, lost to the Saints, they just beat the best team in football for no reason at all. What the heck are you, Carolina? Like, Bryce Young is either the best quarterback of the week or he is terrible. There's no in-between with him. But it's a fun roller coaster season. You got the best win since I think you guys went to the Super Bowl. So it's been 10 years since a win of this caliber. Overall, it's definitely an improvement of a year for Carolina. They're really building well there. So, yeah, playing some good football there. Also playing some good football. Ready to admit, the Bears are in the division tier. I'm not quite ready to put them in Super Bowl contender because I still have my doubts about this offense, especially with Caleb Williams if he has to go and win you a game if the run game gets shut down. But what an impressive performance against the Eagles. How much of that is the Eagles self-destructing? I don't know. We'll see this week when they play Green Bay. But yeah, no, very impressive season from Chicago. I knew that Ben Johnson going there was going to be problems. I just did not expect them to be this good this soon. Like, this exceeds all my expectations from. I thought it would be like an 8-win team missing out on the playoffs. Instead, they're currently the number 1 seed in the NFC and have the biggest matchup in the Packers-Bears rivalry since 2013 when the division was on the line. So it should be a fun one this week in Lambeau. And I'm excited to go watch it in person. So, yeah, Bears playing some really good football right now. So, up there in division for me. Next up, Cincinnati. Put them in meh. I know they're 4-8. But if the defense played the way they did against Baltimore and Joe Burrow with a very favorable schedule, plays well, This is a team that can definitely go on a run and sneak in with this division. And then no one will want to face them because Joe Burrow is that guy. So, good week for Cincinnati there, up in the meta tier. So, good job, you guys. Next up is the Cleveland Browns. Got blown out by the San Francisco 49ers. Kept it close in the first half. Shedeur looked like he was playing well, but then, yeah, just nothing really happened there. I mean, Shedeur didn't turn the ball over, which is good. Got sacked 3 times, though. But, yeah, Cleveland in booty. Next up is Dallas. Watch out. This is one of the better playing football teams right now. And what's surprising is that the defense isn't absolutely destroying them right now. The defensive front, especially with the addition of Quinn Williams, has been really, really solid. They did give up 28 points to the Chiefs, but their offense was able to handle the Spagnuolo defense there and able to win the game. And Dallas is right in not only the wild card, but with the way the Eagles have been struggling, they're in the contention for the division. They have a huge game this week against Detroit that will basically determine both teams' seasons, so should be a fun one on Thursday Night Football. Next up is Denver. Staying a wild card for me. Again, they keep winning, but it's never impressive. They almost lost to the Marcus Mariota-led Commanders. It took a Nick Bonito batted pass 2-point conversion fail for them to win the game in overtime. I just don't know what this team is. They remind me a lot of the 2021 Steelers that started 11-0 that barely squeaked by opponents that got stomped in the playoffs. That can happen to the Broncos because they just keep getting away with wins they really shouldn't. It's kind of the way I feel about the Bears as well, although the Bears have shown a lot more promise these past couple weeks than the Broncos have, which is why Chicago is above Denver. Next up is Detroit. Well, I'm putting down a wild card. Yeah, I've got to be worried a bit about Detroit right now. They're 7-5, lost to the Packers. I know it was only by 7 on a final box score, but Green Bay's offense dominated the Lions' defense, and the Packers' defense was able to get stops when they needed to, especially handling Jahmyr Gibbs the way they did. It's pretty concerning. Big week for the Lions here against Dallas. As like I said when I talked about the Cowboys, if whoever loses this game is basically done for the year. So, and it very much could be the Lions here. So, yeah. Going to be a fun Thursday Night Football matchup. Next up is the Green Bay Packers. Call me biased all you want, but Toyotathon Jordan Love is a thing. He is here. He dominated the Lions on Thanksgiving with absolutely dotting up receivers. The defense led by Micah Parsons took one of the most explosive offenses in football, even with some uncharacteristically missed tackles and deep plays. Held the most explosive runner in football to 3 yards to carry. So, yeah, big matchup here against the Bears. Should be a very fun one. I just hope my first game on Lambeau is not a loss. But yeah, no, Packers up in Super Bowl tier. Next up is Houston. I'm going to put them in division. Watch out, because the Texans are back. With this defense, man, they took the Colts' lunch money away from them. No one wants to see the Texans in the playoffs because of that defense, especially Buffalo. But yeah, no, Houston is back, baby. After a very rough start to the year, they are coming back with a vengeance. This defense is absolutely incredible. Took Indianapolis' run game away, made Daniel Jones not play good at all. So yeah, up there in division. Next up is Indy in wild card. Starting to fade a bit there. They're facing some tougher teams, and they've been playing them close, so they're still a good football team. Just have not been able to get over that hump against teams like the Chiefs and now the Texans. You gotta wonder if that early season magic is starting to fade. Next up, Jacksonville, another team a wild card. I don't know what to do with this team. They're a very weird team. They blew out the Titans. Granted, it was the Titans, but they either play really good or really bad. They're kind of, them and the Panthers are the same team, just in different conferences. So having them next to each other feels appropriate to me. So yeah, up there in wild card. Next is Kansas City, who I'm putting in meh. I just don't have faith in this team to put it together. When the offense plays well, the defense plays like crap, as you saw this week against Dallas. And the offense has oftentimes been very discombobulated with the way they're trying to throw the ball down the field, but Patrick Mahomes misses. They don't have a run game at all. The defense breaks when they shouldn't. And so, yeah, this is the worst Chiefs team that we have seen in a very, very long time. And they're down there in meh. Next up is the Chargers. I mean, they beat the Raiders. Not much else to say about that. Still a very solid football team. We'll see how Herbert is doing after his hand injury, but still very much alive in the wild card. Next up is the LA Rams, who I'm still having up in Super Bowl tier. I know it was a loss to the Panthers, but the Panthers are a weird team this year. They beat the Packers, so I'm not going to penalize the Rams too much for losing a close game to Carolina. I still think they're one of the two best teams in football. Defense generally plays pretty well. Stafford had his worst game of the year, but still only had 4 interceptions on the year. And so, yeah, up there in Super Bowl tier. But in booty, Raiders. Woof. Woof, 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 woof. You are bad. You are terrible. You are trash. So stay down there in booty. Next up, Miami. Staying in bad tier. I mean, they almost lost to the Saints. And these are just hollow wins that just hurt your draft stock here. So you really don't want to win games, Miami, but you are anyway. So, yeah, stay in bad. Dropping down to booty, Minnesota. Jeez Louise, you are awful. I would not be surprised if Justin Jefferson requests a trade after this year, because the quarterback play you have gotten this year is trash. Max Brosnan make Will Levis look normal. That's how bad he was. And so, yeah, no, Minnesota, honestly, you're staying behind. You're getting behind Cleveland. That's how bad you are. So, stay down there in booty. Next up is New England. Super Bowl. I mean, absolutely handled business against the Giants. No doubts about them. They're the best team in the AFC right now. Playing good defense, good offense. So, they're going to be interesting to watch in the playoffs as to see if their inexperience would hurt them. But still, really, really good team right now. Next up is the Saints. They're bad. They're booty. They're not good. But they're better than some other teams in this tier, so they're above the Raiders and Titans. Next up is the Giants. Still bad. Fun bad. Jackson Dart's back. He looked pretty good against a really good Patriots team. It really took the worst special teams performance of the year for the Patriots to run away with this game. So, yeah, Giants and booty. Next up is the Jets. Moving up to bad. Good win against the Falcons there. Really put it together. You kind of don't want to win games. You want to lose games at this point in the year if you're a team like the Jets. But, hey, it's about building that culture, and they're starting to get something going there in New York. We'll see if that lasts. Next up is Philadelphia. I'm putting them in wild card. Because, oh my goodness, his offense is hot garbage. What is with this team? They can't figure out how to run the ball to save their lives. They can't throw the ball downfield. Just a completely different offense compared to what they had last year. Kevin Patillo needs to be fired for the Eagles. I kind of want him to stay around because he is that bad. But yeah, no. The Bears' defense completely had their way with you. Jalen Hurts has not looked good in a long time, and it's not good. It is not good in Philadelphia land. So they're there in a wild card. Next up is Pittsburgh. Meh. Oh my gosh, you are bleh, bleh. Bad football. Bad football right now. The only reason why you're still alive in this playoff run is because the Ravens have decided to be just as bad as you are, and the Bengals are just now getting their star quarterback back. So yeah, you're bad, Pittsburgh. You're bad. Next up, number 1 team this week, Seattle. Just absolutely destroyed the Vikings there. Even with one of their worst offensive performances, because the Vikings defense is still solid, just took them and just broke Minnesota in half. So yeah, Seattle up there in Super Bowl tier. Next up is San Francisco. Wild card. I mean, they handled business against the Browns. it's the Browns. Not really much to say about that. So, good win. Keeps them alive in the playoff hunt there. Next up is Tampa Bay. Another team I'm putting a wild card because they're just, even though they're a division leader, I have no faith in them. I really, really don't. So, they're not a great football team. They're not bad, but they got Carolina breathing down their necks for the division. Got to keep that in mind for them. So, up there, a wild card. Worst team in football, Titans. No questions about it. They're really, really bad. And then Washington is up in booty. And bad, I mean, great resilient effort against the Broncos there. Played really solid football there. Almost had the upset, but not quite enough to get the job done. And so that is my tier list this week in Super Bowl. We got the Seahawks, Rams, Patriots, and Packers. The division is Bears, Broncos, Texans, Bills. Wild card is 49ers, Lions, Eagles, Buccaneers, Cowboys, Chargers, Colts, Panthers, Jaguars. Meh is Chiefs, Bengals, Steelers, Ravens. Bad is Dolphins, Cardinals, Jets, Commanders. And in booty we have the Giants, the Falcons, Browns, Vikings, Saints, Raiders, Titans. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.